coaches, this is Wen from Health Coach Spot, where we're actually giving advice and tips to coaches to improve the interactions with clients. And if you're watching this, I'm willing to bet that you're struggling to get back to users quickly. And if so, you can't afford to miss out on the tips I'm about to share. And these are the 3 biggest things that no one tells you about coaching people online. So the first part is curiosity. And I'm sure you as a coach have always experienced those situations where you're always wondering what to ask next. And I've always had that problem, even when I first started out, because I didn't know what to ask them. Then I thought of the question about what I'm curious about, because generally those are where my next questions lie. So if they're talking about stress, for example, I'd like to know what's causing behind that stress, because I'm curious about it. A great tip I'd like to share is that usually the users are like the driver of the car, and then usually we're kind of like their passenger along for the ride, and usually they will guide the conversation in the direction they want, and all we're there is to help guide them towards hopefully the destination they're looking for. The second piece of advice that I would like to suggest is writing sample templates. So the reasons why you would want to use this is in really high risk situations, or in cases where you're writing to a bunch of people at the same time. And we don't have a lot of time to really spend a minute or two, because in those high risk situations, it could be a matter of life and death. So I would suggest practicing with a friend or family members and trying to really nail those down, so that when you do encounter those situations again, you're already prepared for those situations and you have them in the back of your mind. My third piece of advice is to be very brief and direct. And I actually learned this lesson from one of my designer friends who's actually teaching me about presentations. And he was telling me that we have to present one idea at a time, because otherwise people get overwhelmed, they get confused, and they don't really get the idea of what you're trying to present if there's multiple ideas being thrown around. And that's the same with people as well. You want to provide one clear question or objective that you're trying to ask from that one moment. You don't want them to get confused or bombarded with multiple questions or multiple reflections of what they're trying to say. Be clear and direct to the point. If you enjoyed this video, check out my website in the video description below, and comment and subscribe and tell me what else you would like to know. Thanks. Bye.